I honestly believe discipline is freedom.
I want to hear about that.
When you have discipline, you get what you want. When you don't have discipline, you do not get any of what you want. So you're free to live your dream, you're free to do the things that you love, and then you start to come to love the discipline. And then when you don't have the discipline, that's when the anxiety sets in because you know you're not paying the price. And if you don't pay the price, you get nothing. So you got to pay the price, and then you have to have discipline, and then the world is open to you.
I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
Yeah. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe by Trying. You see the thumbnail, you see the clip. Great point by Venus Williams. A lot of people think it in reverse. Like, you know, I don't work harder, I work smarter. And it's like, well, here's the thing. What about all the people who are lazy? And people who are lazy think, they're going to be lazy and they're going to lazy themselves into some great, epic, movie ending moment in life. And it doesn't really happen. Everybody has a moment in the sun, but people are looking for these great, long-lasting moments, and they don't happen like that. And the reason why they don't happen like that is because you're not disciplined. And anybody who's a hardworking person can tell you, even if life is really kicking their ass, they can always rest their head on, I'm a hardworking person. I could work my way out of this. But you got a lot of hardworking people who wind up ahead. And it's like, how can they say, work hard, play hard. But the work hard comes first. And a lot of folks want to be, a lot of folks want to be Kobe without shooting in the gym. Steph Curry without shooting in the gym. A lot of y'all want to be Tom Brady, without, practicing in the gym. And that's the issue. Like, even sometimes you have people who are the family and friends of extremely hardworking people who are really living off the residuals of that hardworking person's work, who will say they work too hard. But they're really bullshitting in their lives because they're living off the person that's working hard, everybody. And people resent hardworking people. And sometimes you'll see people resent those hardworking people, steal from them, rob them. Sometimes even with the men and the women, divorces, and people get settlements and they get paid out, and they like, yeah, I stuck it to you. But that hardworking person is still a hardworking person, so they can gain back what they lost over time, not immediately, but over time. But the person that's not hardworking is a taker, they're just gonna slowly or fastly just waste all of that money because there's no. A lot of times when people are materialistic, you'll know the difference between a hardworking person who's materialistic and a lazy person who's materialistic. Because a hardworking person who's materialistic is trying to keep their things for the long haul. A lazy person who's materialistic just wants something new every 5 minutes that they're just going to discard every 5 minutes. I had this and 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 I had this, and then they wind up with nothing. And a lot of parents try to tell it to their kids. There's another clip with Coach Sanders, Coach Prime or whatever, when it's like, some of these kids think, they don't have to practice, like, and they have to practice. The stuff that they do in games is things that they have to do in practice. But too many kids nowadays think there's a switch they could just turn it on when they feel like it, and then when they turn it on, it's on, and life doesn't work like that. And you see a lot of adults still trying to hit the on switch, and that's why you see a lot of adults now who are, needing all of this praise and inspiration and motivation because now I'm getting off my ass and doing something, so the world needs to see, I lost 300 pounds. You shouldn't have gained that much. You shouldn't have gained 400 pounds in the first fucking place. See, I'm not quitting my job. I kept this one. You shouldn't have quit the other 5 you quit for dumbass reasons that had somebody having to foot the bill for your punk ass. And now that you got a job, ooh, congratulations. You get what I'm saying? You see young men and young women who, wasted away their youth, their teenage years, their high school years, their college years, and then because I don't want to do nothing, I want to do what I want to do. And then you see these clips of them online like, man, I should have went to school. I really should have learned something. I really should have got education. I really shouldn't have been doing this shit because now it ain't really, this is nothing. And it's like, that's what people tried to tell your ass when you was running around being rebellious for no damn reason. But it took your dumb ass to, like, let me say it this way. From high school to, I would say, freshman year high school to maybe, let's just say 25, you find out all that the majority of the shit that you thought was cool was fucking stupid. Not learning was cool when you were in high school and maybe in college, and then you become an adult, and now you're asking people to teach you shit that they assume your ass already know because you went from freshman year in high school all the way to 20-something, 25 years old. It's like, how you don't fucking know that by now? And then nobody ever taught me. And it's like, no. Your ass didn't listen. It's a difference. See, because all that other shit you was doing that you thought, your favorite artist was doing or your favorite cartoon character was doing, you know all of that shit. You can tell me the whole history of Dragon Ball Z. You can tell me the last, how many NBA YoungBoy albums word for word. But fuck, you don't know this simple shit? You can't figure this out? Nobody told me. People did tell you stop worrying about dumb shit. You just went down that path. And so you see that, and then you see the kids that people thought weren't cool because they were hardworking, whether they were academically hardworking, athletically hardworking, both, or they said they wanted to be something in some kind of skill or trade, and they went for it, and y'all thought it was lame, and then all of a sudden you wake up at 25 and you like, how they get this far in life? How they over there and I'm over here? Motherfucker, because they actually put in the work. Well, man, I see them, they going on trips and they doing stuff. You watching people on social media and their life is completely different from yours, and they're not even trying to floss it in front of you. They're just living their life. They just, hey, I'm taking pictures here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and congratulations. And you're like, how are our lives vastly different? Because y'all discipline is vastly different. I make the joke of, so many people, I hate to say it this way, there's so many people, like basketball is a thing now, it's been a thing for a while, but online, people had these open court runs. And so many of these people is like, oh, you was that motherfucker that didn't want to listen when you was in high school and college. And then you got kicked off the team, or and then once graduation hit, then your ass really wanted to. I really want to hoop now. I'm gonna hit every court in the world. I'm gonna show the world that I can hoop. And it's like, bitch, you already had that opportunity. You fucked it up. Now you doing open court runs to prove that you got skills. It's like, look, man, if you want to live a white man can't jump life, that's on you. But you remember, the motherfucker had a job. Wesley Snipes' character had a job, though. Take your bitch ass to work and then do the runs. Because you wasn't disciplined enough. Because a lot of people don't get disciplined until it's over. Until they think they got all day in life. And a person who's disciplined and a lot of y'all don't realize a person who's disciplined may be not necessarily short-tempered, but they ain't got time for foolishness. Because they understand it's a finite amount of time that I got to do this stuff. So I got to get it done. While other folks are like, oh, I'll wait forever. And then that window closes, that door passes, that time period passes. And then it's like, but I want to do it now. It's like, who gives a fuck? You had your moment. Shut up. But and I'm not talking about the people who got injured. Like some people got hurt and that's what ruined them. I'm not talking about those people. Because they probably were disciplined and did everything and it just had a bad break, literally and figuratively. But you other folks, she's right. Like discipline is freedom. And a lot of people don't realize a lot of y'all are caged in because you undisciplined. That's why the prison population exists. That's not a bunch of disciplined people in prison. That's a bunch of undisciplined people in prison. But you tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you that.